Hello. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little update on some things here. My miniature okra. Let's see what's going on down in here. Right here we got some blossoms about to open. Got one down here. Got one over here. Got one right here that's getting ready to open. So it's doing good. My beans, this is rattlesnake beans. I kind of like weird things, miniature okra, rattlesnake beans, that kind of thing. But anyway, this is more of an update on the electroculture side of things than it is anything else. And guys, the usual YouTube thing. If you like the videos, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm not making money off of these, but it's nice to see a new subscriber from time to time, and you know, it kind of helps me out, helps me grow. Helps me to be able to bring more content to you guys, however useful it may be. But here is this antenna. Last time that I made a video for you guys, I made a boo-boo and didn't realize it. I turned my phone sideways. Didn't realize it till after I watched the video that I made a boo-boo. So this time we won't do that. But one of the things that I wanted to show you, this is one of the containers that I focused on last time. It does have the antenna in it here. My lower leaves on my tomato plants, my Mr. Strappy, they're kind of wanting to curl up a little bit. But that's somewhat typical, I guess. My little pepper, I got to prune it sometime soon. And here's what I want to show you. As you can see, we do have the antenna here, right here. The antenna has been in here from day one of setting these plants out, and you can go back and kind of compare this to the previous video and see what a difference there actually is in these tomato plants. They are honestly surprising me. Like I told you before, the electroculture thing, I normally wouldn't put a lot of faith or a lot of stock in it, but being acquainted with radio waves and that kind of thing, I kind of decided that, hey, there might be something to this. But look, I don't mean to keep jumping and bouncing around, but look how big the stalk on this tomato plant is here. I mean, I've never had tomato plants as healthy as what I've got this year. So, based on, if nothing else, just based on this one container, I'm a believer now. And it's not so much that they're huge. They are rather large. I think it was 4 days ago that I made the other video for you guys. So this is the difference in 4 days on these plants. And again, I'm kind of dumbfounded by how much they have grown in that time. They really are getting it done. My squash here, looks like somebody's moved my grandson's pig, probably my grandson. He likes to move it around in different positions from time to time. This is some Star of David okra that I planted in here just kind of to see what it would do. Mostly the squash has shaded it out. I keep trying to prune the squash leaves back off of it, but the squash keeps getting ahead of me. But anyway, look Look in here. I mean, just look at what the squash is doing. It's really unbelievable to me what it's actually doing, how good it's doing. Let me back up and give you a better view of it. But let's see here. As you can see, we got squash, the yellow crookneck, everywhere. And if you look right there, let me get this pulled back. There's the little antenna. We have it's always hard for me to remember the name of these. Scarlet Runner beans. And they are blooming like crazy. There's red blooms everywhere. Right here we have a nice little bean hanging. This down here is the back side of the rattlesnake beans. There's beans in there. And this is a tomato tree, is what it said on the tag. My wife and my daughter-in-law bought this. I don't know how high it is. It's over 6 foot high, but now of course you can see it's a little bit above ground level, not much, but here it's probably going on 7 foot. It's growing. I mean, it's growing. Now here is another container. I showed you this one in the last one too. The last of my broccoli, I had broccoli down this side and down the middle, and then I had cauliflower down this side. The cauliflower is already produced, finished up what it was doing, and been harvested and taken out. But I'm just about ready to get the last head of broccoli, and then I'll pull that out. But these plants, I believe, were put in the same day as those. And you can see how big that one is. You can tell by my hand here how big this one is. And that one has the antenna. This one does not. Now, they are blooming. This one is. I believe from the looks of it, that may be a sweet 100. But I believe these were all put in the containers the same day as those on the other side of the okra. But you can plainly see that they're just not, I mean, they're growing. They're healthy looking. But we're just not seeing anywhere near the results that we do with the ones with the antenna. Here we have another antenna, and this is a design that I'm kind of playing with. It's a square one and got a little triangle on top. And honestly, it seems to work as good as any of them. Seems to work as good as the round ones. And we've got tomatoes. These are Mr. Scrappy's. We've got blossoms in the top here. Over here, I'm going to have to water because they're getting droopy. But we've got a tomato here. Now this one does not have the antenna, but in all fairness, that antenna was just put in yesterday, I believe. I wanted to put it in since these two were about the same size, and see in maybe a week or so if I could tell any difference between the two. And honestly, I believe I can actually already see a little bit of improvement in this one that has the antenna as opposed to that one that does not have it. So I'm hopeful for that. Here is some pepper, various kinds of pepper. We do have a short little antenna here. It all is looking healthy, looking good. And over here we have more pepper. We're a pepper. Well, myself and my youngest son, we enjoy hot pepper. We have jalapeno, habanero, ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper, and Trinidad Scorpion, all going. And over in our greenhouse, we have more over there. I'll make you a video on the greenhouse. And, well, maybe one of the next 2 videos will probably be of the greenhouse. But here is another thing that I find interesting to me. We have cucumbers that are blooming. Now, these were big, healthy looking plants. Well, I say big, you know, they're young plants, but they were healthy looking. Got a couple of dragon's tongue beans in here. Again, I told you I like the weird stuff. But the cucumbers, they were growing, they were doing good, but they weren't blooming. I come out, I put this little antenna in, and in about 3 days' time, they started putting on blossoms. And they're coming along and doing quite nice. So, for what it's worth to any of you, the Electroculture, this is my white, what most people call patty pan squash. I call them scallop squash. They are doing good. They're taking a little break right now, kind of. Let's see if I can find one up here. I believe there's one right up, yeah, right here. Right there we are. Nice little squash. But anyway, for what it's worth to you guys, the Electroculture, I believe, is worth trying for most of you. There's a nice little yellow crookneck hanging outside the container. I'm seeing results that I honestly wasn't sure that I would see. So at this point, I'm impressed with it. At this point, I'm a believer, and I'm going to continue to use it, continue to try it, continue to experiment with it. And as I learn more about it, I will be happy to share with you guys what I've learned, what I'm finding out, and hopefully it'll be something good for all of us. So, until next time, again, please like, subscribe, share the video. Help me get these videos out there, guys, and I'll keep making them, and hopefully we'll keep learning, and hopefully we'll all gain from it. So, thank you much for watching. Have a good one. From me and my miniature okra here at Our Simple Homestead. Have a good one, guys. See you in a few days.